Run, Sweetheart, Run is a new Amazon Prime original. It is listed as horror thriller. And the synopsis is, after what seems to be an innocent date, Sherry now faces a night of terror when her date hunts her down and tries to kill her. She now must run for her life throughout the city and escape his grasp. Now, personally, I love this type of movie. I love a fight for your life, fight for survival, cat and mouse chase type of horror movie. I love that. And even if it's generic, I can still enjoy a movie like that because that is just a synopsis or a scenario that I just personally really enjoy. Y'all, I was so let down with this movie. It is not even funny. First of all, I hated the casting. I'm sorry, but the girl who played in that Resident Evil TV show, she picking the most... Baby, who is the agent? Because she picking the worst stuff to play in. Pretty girl. I guess she could be talented. I can't tell the talent yet because I hate everything she play in. But pretty girl. But I'm just like, baby, please pick better stuff to play in. Now, this movie is bad to me for a lot of different reasons. But for one, I felt like it didn't know what it wanted to be. Okay, so the top of the movie, we start off with William from Girlfriends. Sherry is in his office, and it is a very weird conversation. This is one of those movies that has like a political message, social message, which I don't mind. I'm not one of those people who be like, oh, I'm so sick of the woke stuff. Like, I don't care. It don't bother me. It really don't. The message in this particular movie is feminism and everything under that umbrella, which obviously, well, I don't have a problem with. I really don't. But this was terrible. If you're going to give me a message, don't beat me over the head with it. So even though I support the message, I can only imagine how folks feel who are like not supporting the message, even though I don't know. But I'm like, I support the message, but it was just too on the nose, too in your face, too beating you over the head. It was just, and cheesy. But anyway, she is in William's office, and I can't even really regale you with the conversation, but it was pretty much where she works at this law firm that's pretty much, you know, white men, and she has an issue about someone, and William is telling her how they pride themselves on being diverse, and she's like, are you kidding me? Like, look around. But the way he talks to her is why I say it's so on the nose and so cheesy. And even though a lot of the messaging is obviously still relevant, it feels dated in how they present it to us. William is telling the girl that, oh, I know that you're the generation of we want it and we want it now. And I'm just like, wait, no, she looked like she in her early 20s. Didn't that slogan originate? Like, I mean, I don't remember precisely, but it's an old slogan. And I'm just like, what are you, like, why would you say, who says that? Like, who still says that? Like, obviously I have heard that, but like I said, it's like a slogan that was started a while ago, years ago, maybe even before my time, and I'm in my mid-30s. Like, I don't know if it went before my time. It was when I was a kid. It's like stuff like that they say in the movie that feels really outdated. Like, why would you tell a young 20-some-odd girl that her generation is the what do we want it now generation? No, baby, I don't think that's her generation. Like, am I clueless? I don't think that's her generation. Now, the director was really odd. I guess I won't say he was odd or she. I don't know if it was a man or a woman that directed it, but the choices were off and odd to me. Now, when she leaves his office, we see all the female secretaries, right? And the camera is going between this lady's legs under the desk. I don't know why we doing that POV. Did that go over my head? Am I not smart enough to get it? Baby, I don't get it. I don't get it. Why are we looking between the secretary legs under the desk? It was so weird. Now, the way the whole thing pretty much kicks off is Cherie is a law student, but she's a secretary for a lawyer. And he ends up calling her saying, "You screwed me up. How could you double book an anniversary dinner and a client dinner at the same time?" And he ends up telling her, "Look, you take the client dinner. It should be fine. He's around your age. Don't even look at it as a work meeting." Now, obviously, the way the character is presented, and she even says it in conversation to her friend, she's a pretty like anal, atypical type of personality. Baby, she ain't make no big mistake like that. And she tells her friend, who she gets to babysit last minute for her, like, "You know how I am. I did not do this," but she feels like she can't tell her boss that. I mean, that's kind of like ding number one, that boss is in on it. But hey, maybe not. Maybe at this point, maybe not. But I just feel like that was too weird. She obviously did not double book this, but this is how this whole thing kicks off. Now, what I thought was odd was she meets the client at his house. Look, I ain't never been no lawyer, okay? But baby, are we meeting clients at their house instead of the restaurant? That threw me. I was like, baby, why are we meeting at his house? Why are we not meeting at the restaurant? But whatever. Now, a running theme throughout the movie is Cherie is on her period and she has no pads. And she has a heavy menstrual cycle. Now, her toddler puts like her last or like one to last tampon in the toilet. It's in the wrapper, but I could see why you would not use it. And a toddler would do some mess like that, child. But she gets to the date. Now the guy who plays Ethan, I like him. I do not know the actor's name, but he always play a bad guy. He typecast, if you ask me, because every time I see him, he playing a bad guy. He was on Game of Thrones towards the end. He was in that movie that just came out, another Amazon original with what's my boy name? Sylvester Stallone, Good Samaritan. He always play a bad guy, but he does it well. He is a bright spot in the movie. He could just play a menacing ass, scary ass character. Now, she gets into his house. He goes to make her a drink, right? And they're just having small talk. And she notices a drop of blood on the floor. And she goes to kind of investigate. And she sees she has blood dripping down her leg, child. So she excuses herself and goes to the restroom. And look, if you one of those people who think that a period or menstrual cycle is like disgusting and you don't want nothing to do with it, this ain't the movie for you. It is nothing but that. Literally, that is the running theme in this movie. So she gets to his restroom and she has her used tampon, guys. Look, I warned y'all. That's what this movie is. That's the running thread. I warned you. Now, she puts it in her purse. The used tampon, she puts it in her purse. Now, I will say, as a woman, it is odd, awkward, uncomfortable. You don't want to go into someone's restroom or bathroom at their house. I guess a restroom is in public. You don't want to go into someone's bathroom where they have an empty trash can. Like baby, if it's stuff in the trash can, you know, you put it in the tuck. This is such a odd. Hey, but that's the movie. But if the trash can is empty, that is like you don't want somebody to walk up in their bathroom and you just got the thing. Obviously, you're going to wrap it, but you don't want to just sitting in there. But baby, you know what you could do? Just take a bunch of tissue, take a bunch of paper towels, and put it in there. Fill the trash up. Don't put it in your purse, baby. Don't put it in your purse. I really was watching this movie like, I'm not judging you, baby, because I don't know what women do. I don't know what other women do. Maybe there are women who have done this, and I ain't gonna judge you. But I was watching the movie like, baby, your purse? For real? You gonna put the used tampon in your purse? Okay, no judgment. No judgment. So, they end up going out to a restaurant, and look, this guy, for me, was off from the jump. Okay, have y'all ever been dating somebody and they say like little minuscule irrelevant things that just don't add up. You know what I mean? For example, I remember talking to this guy, and I made a comment. What did I say exactly? I can't remember what I said verbatim, but I pretty much was talking about like being a homebody and I don't really go out to clubs. Now he said, oh, me either. I don't like doing clubs. And I'm sitting here like, wait, I thought you just said you and your homeboy was at the club the other week. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, that one time. Like, you know, like little stuff like that. Like they'll say little, cause hey, maybe, look, sometimes I will go somewhere. So, you know, but it's like a pattern of those little minuscule things that just don't add up. That was kind of Ethan, that, like, I don't know. It's like he was off. Another reason he was off, we get to the restaurant and this dog comes up to their table at the restaurant. I guess in LA you can have these dogs in the restaurant, child, because they went like on the patio. I done had my dog on the patio at the restaurant. We weren't never inside the restaurant. But the dog comes up to him and he's like, get your dog the fuck away from me. Like, babe, my nigga, hold on. Now look, again, I'm not judging. I had a fear of dogs, like a debilitating fear of dogs for most of my life. I got attacked by dogs when I was a kid. Dogs, plural. I got attacked by dogs, plural, when I was a little girl. And my mama gave me the worst advice ever in the world, because I had a certain neighbor who would leave his gate open. I used to walk home from school and he had dogs, and my mom used to tell me to play dead. She said, if the dogs ever try to attack you, play dead. Y'all, was the worst advice in the world. Dogs ain't stupid. You cannot be alive 1 minute and suddenly dead. Like, the dog know you ain't dead. Y'all, baby, don't play dead. It ain't gonna work. Don't play dead, baby. Don't play dead. But anyway, I literally lived my entire childhood, my entire teen years, my entire adulthood until my early 30s I would see a dog and cry. Literally, that's how scared I was of dogs. Like, it was a true debilitating fear. So I get being scared of dogs. But baby, get your dog the fuck away from me. He said it so aggressively. You had to drop the F-bomb. Like, it was too, like, hold on. This is weird. This guy just got way too, like, angry. And he tried, like I said, he tried to play it off saying, oh, I have a fear of dogs. Fear is fine, but that is extreme. Like I said, it was just certain things throughout the night that for me, and maybe that's why I'm single, I would have been like, nah, baby, check please, I got to go. You could just tell he was off, in my humble opinion, child. Now, they don't end the date. They end up going to the skating ring. Then we get back to his house. She done called her Uber to go home, and he want her to come in for a nightcap. Y'all, this also don't make sense because she on her heavy period. She ain't got no tampons. Baby, in the night. You were just bleeding down your leg in his living room probably, 5 hours prior? Because they done had dinner. They had a drink at his house. Then they went to the restaurant and had dinner. Baby, they in LA. I'm going to assume you waited for a table. Or maybe they had reservations. But still, that's going to be a few hours. Then them niggas went skating. It had to have been about a 4-5 hour date. It had to be. Drink, dinner, skating, and now we finna do a nightcap. I'm sitting like, girl, I thought you was on your period and they have no time. Baby, take your ass home. But this was annoying because she says no to the nightcap. I gotta get home to the babysitter. So he just like, all right. No, wait. No, he didn't say all right. He didn't agree. He tried to convince her to stay. But she's like, turning him down, I gotta go. So that's when he's like, okay, it's all good. You can go ahead and go. So then she say, no, I'll stay. Okay, great, you gonna stay. Then she say, no, I think I should, I really gotta relieve the babysitter. Girl, is you staying or are you going? It was so, I gotta leave. No, I'ma stay. I gotta relieve the babysitter. You know what, let me go. No, you know what, I could stay. And I get, it's a lot of different stuff in the movie that I thought was odd, but with the feminism agenda, and I could see how certain stuff could mean stuff. Her fluctuating back and forth could be because a lot of women will just try to be nice. Like, they'll say yes because they don't want the guy to think they're being a bitch. They don't want the guy to think they're abruptly ending the night. A A lot of women are socialized to be people pleasers. That is what this could have meant. But no, the way it played out, I was like, baby, this don't make no sense. I don't know if it's baby acting. I don't know if it was the dialogue or what, but it was just odd. It was literal, oh, my Uber already here. I gotta go. You know what? I'm gonna stay. They take one little step. You know what? I need to go relieve the baby. Girl, make up your mind, baby. So we get into his house. He's still outside. You know, like you're at the door, you know, let the person in. And he breaks the fourth wall, looks at us, the viewer, and he closed the door, and he kind of tells us, like, nah, you're not coming in here. That's what I got. And I'm just like, y'all, I was watching, like, if he attack her and they don't show us how this goes down, I'm going to be mad. Sure enough, that's what happened. Now, again, with the agenda of the movie, I can very well deduce that they did not want to show any violence on a woman. Get it? 100%. And I'm down with it. Y'all know I love gore and I love death and violence in my movies. However, I do not like unnecessary violence to women because the way it is typically shot, it's presented as like, I want to say kind of sexy. Like, you know how I don't think they do it much now. Not that I don't think. They don't do it much now. But like older horror movies, the woman clothes would get ripped off and all her titties be showing as she getting stabbed. Like that kind of violence against women is typically presented in a way that to me is very uncomfortable. Like, no, that ain't how nobody should be dying. Like, why y'all filming that like that? Why is baby flashing the audience as she getting killed? So I get it. But I don't get it because it was a lot of stuff they didn't show us that had absolutely nothing to do with violence against women. And I was like, baby, why y'all not showing? Why y'all not showing us? Now, we just hear ruckus inside. All of a sudden, Sherry comes to the door. Now, if you don't want to show violence against women, that's fine. But I would have liked for us to at least know how everything popped off. He was being so cool. So did we just immediately walk in the door and he flipped? Like, I would like to know. Obviously, I guess they want the audience to use our imagination. But as I've said before, I hate that. I don't want to use my imagination. Y'all, the filmmakers, like, give me something. So I thought it was weird. She runs out of his house. She's running through neighborhoods screaming for help. I hear when the cats is out there fighting. How people don't, like, baby is running through a affluent neighborhood and then somebody sees her running and screaming for help and just close their blinds. Is people really doing stuff like that? Now, I can get, you know, not want to let somebody in because many horror situations have been set up where you try to help somebody and you get your ass killed. But you ain't at least gonna call the police? I would at least yell out the window, baby, I'll call the cops for you. No, she literally, like, closed the blinds, turned off the light. And I was like, God dang. Now, she gets to, like, a busy neighborhood or area, street, whatever, not neighborhood, because it's businesses. And she runs up to two girls and she asks, can she use their cell phone? This was so odd to me from jump. I have personally been in situations, not with somebody that been attacked, but where me and friends are out hanging and a girl needs help that I ain't never seen or heard of in my life. And I help them. I have never been in this, like, this seems really weird to me that a girl runs up to you, obviously disheveled, obviously attacked, crying, hurt, messed up, etc., all the synonyms. And she's like, can I use your phone? And the girl looking at her like, no, bitch. Like, she didn't say that, but she was looking like, and she's asking like, I need help. The girl's looking at her like she crazy. Like she got a third head. So then she says, well, can I at least use your phone to call my babysitter? So then it gets odd, which I would not think in the year 2022 this would be odd. She tell them she don't know the babysitter number. They're like, oh, you don't know the number of your babysitter? She say, no, it's my phone. Yo, like, I feel like that's so normal. That is so normal to not have phone numbers memorized in this day and age. It is so normal for you to have numbers in your phone. You just go to the person's name. I don't even know my little sister's phone number. I don't. So I damn sure ain't gonna know the babysitter phone number. It was just very off-putting. So the girl ends up telling her, well, I'll call the police for you. She don't want to give the girl the phone, right? Now, she is on the phone, and this was odd. I want to get it verbatim. Let me look at my notes and see if I exactly wrote down what she said. Okay, she calls 911 and she says, I'm with the girl who says she was attacked. Obviously, we can't hear the 911 operator. Right after saying, I'm with the girl who said she was attacked, the Good Samaritan says she might be. Yo, they alluding to the way the friend's treating her and the way the phone call going with the 911 operator. Like, oh, this bitch drunk. You mean to tell me, and 911 operators do be sounding crazy in my opinion. When I be watching them real life documentaries and folks call 911, the operator be sounding crazy to me. But baby, you mean to tell me that when the operator hears, I'm with the girl who has been attacked, their response is she drunk? Is she intoxicated? Is she high? Because why would you say she might be? And when the cops roll up, have you been drinking tonight? I've been attacked. Yo, this was so frustrating, ridiculous, especially because this is a very light-skinned black woman. Light skin, curly hair. She looked mixed. She is telling them, I work at a law firm. Like, pretty much I'm saying she has a lot of markers of traditional respectability. I work at a law firm. I was on a client dinner. He attacked me. Call my boss. They arrest her. Jesus Christ. Y'all, they arrest the girl. She's like, why y'all arresting me? Public intoxication. I'm in public because I was just running from the nigga that attacked me. Like, are you insane? Oh, that irked me so bad. And it irked me even more because when she gets in the jail cell, the random woman in the cell say, oh my God, baby, who did that to you? So you mean to tell me that the two Good Samaritan girls that she ran into and the two cops that came can't look at her and see someone has done something to her, but the random lady locked up in the jail cell with her can look at her and say, oh baby, who did that to you? This already didn't make sense when they did this in Barbarian. But the fact that the way they did it in this movie was that she runs into someone after and they can see that something is wrong. Come on now, child. If I was a cop, I would be so mad at how inept they make cops look at movies. Because, child, the cops ain't good for nothing. They're not good for nothing. It was so insane. So she gets arrested. She's at the jailhouse. She's telling the guy, look, I told y'all I was attacked. Oh, we're looking into it. What looking into it mean, baby? Because y'all ain't do nothing the whole damn movie. What does looking into it mean? And how you looking into my attack if I'm in the jail cell? I'm the eyewitness. I'm the complaining witness. Don't y'all need me? It was so freaking ridiculous. And honestly, at this point in the movie, I cut it off. Because I was literally that annoyed. I cut the movie off. I said, y'all, I'm done. I did go back and finish it, but I turned it off and I was like, tell I can't because this is so stupid. You mean to tell me that I go out on a date, I drink alcohol, and honestly, the girl ain't look or act drunk in the slightest. She wasn't slurring, she wasn't belligerent. She literally ran over there upset, crying, looking messed up, disheveled, like she had been attacked. And if I remember correctly, baby was bleeding. What y'all think she... Child, whatever. They work in Hollywood. I I don't. They know more than me, I guess. Child, this how it played out. This how it played out. It ain't made no sense. Ain't made no sense. Ain't made no sense. Now, after this rando ass woman in a jail cell, it's like, who did that to you? So Cherie starts telling her about the drink the guy made for her. I can't remember what the drink was, but it triggers this random woman that just so happened to be locked up with her, and was like, did he say that's the only drink he could make? And Cherie looking like, how would you know that? You're a marked woman. I gotta get away from you. He can smell you. Hold on now, child. Because I done seen some contrived ass movies. I done enjoyed some contrived ass movies. But you mean to tell me, out of the entire city of Los Angeles, she just so happened to get in the jail cell with somebody who know about the demon, vampire, monster, werewolf thingy? Y'all, I can't. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. That is just, I can't. Apparently, she says that her best friend had the same story and ended up dead. So, your best friend went out with a guy who could only make this one little... I think it was gin and tonic, now that I think about it. I think it was gin and tonic. Because he said he barely had any tonic, child, so it was mostly gin. That's what happened. I remember now. You mean to tell me a friend went out with this guy who could only make a gin and tonic, who could smell her, and then she ended up dead, and you just so happened to get arrested at the same date and time that another victim of his get arrested? Alright, you know what? I buy it. I'll buy it. If that's what they selling, I will buy it. So she ends up telling the girl, the only one that can help you is the, what they call this lady? Let me look at my notes. The first lady. The only one that can help you now is the first lady. Don't take this personally. And she starts screaming, this bitch is trying to kill me. Get me out of here. Because she don't want to be nowhere around this woman. She knows she's a marked woman and he can smell you. Now, Ethan shows up at the jail cell. This was actually a good scene. Like I said, this guy who played Ethan can play a menacing ass character. Very good tension in this scene. Very believable from both actors. How scared the girl playing Cherie was. How the Ethan came in. Oh, I forgot. The random lady who happened to be in there told Cherie he controls men. Baby, how you know that? Baby, how you know that? Because she said her friend was attacked. He liked to play with his food. He attack you. He let you run through the damn city and he chase you. That means her friend should have been in the same position Cherie is in. Cherie don't know he could smell her. Cherie don't... No, her name ain't Cherie. It's like Cherry or something like that. I'm going to say Cherie, child, because I'm country and I'm black. Cherie. Cherie gonna get out the situation after he attacked her and she run, and she don't know nothing about nothing, know nothing. So how did your friend, who was in the same position, and they tell us in the movie this is what he does, how you know she marked, or he can smell her, or he can control men? But whatever. Child, baby, we're gonna just roll with it. We're gonna just roll with it. She got all the information. So he shows up in a jail cell. And the cop is like, you got a visitor? She's like, no, I don't want a visitor. Then when she see Ethan, she's like, no, this is who I told you to attack me. Baby, just walk off. The cop just walk off. And it's very unclear to me. Maybe I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I'm not clear on how he controls men, because he also tells us that men want him doing this job to get rid of women like Cherie. So you control them or they hire you, bro? Which one is it? They want you to get rid of women like her, but you control them. Y'all, am I just not smart? Am I just not smart? It ain't make no sense. It ain't make no sense to me. But anyway, he gets into the jail cell. Y'all, very good scene. He get all close to her. He do this yell. He tell her, not like a yell, you know, like a roar. Tell her we finna play this game. And he tell her, how can I say this for YouTube? I knew you was a cocktail tease. Y'all feel that in how I just said that? Like you came to my house with your F me dress on. I knew what you wanted. Baby, what they got doing anything? I thought you was like a demon, monster, vampire, werewolf thing. Like, what they got doing it? Like, y'all, whatever. Like I said, the movie had an agenda. I can get the, you know, what they're going for, but whatever. So he tells her they're finna play this game. And he ends up leaving. She gets bailed out. Who bailed out? Who knows, child, baby? Maybe Ethan. I don't know. So she walks out the police station, and there just so happens to be a flyer that says, call the first lady. She been living in this city. Has she ever seen a flyer that said, call the first lady with the phone number? It was just too, I can't. So she ends up going to her boss's house. And of course, he has to put on the show. Oh my God, what happened to you? What did he do to you? If I wasn't a lawyer, I would handle this in a different way. Yeah, whatever. We knew he was in on the child. It was very easy. So she asked the boss, can she take a shower? He yelling at his wife, bitch, get the tea. That ain't how he said it. But he yelled at the lady. He was like, get her some tea. Baby, I've been attacked. The last thing I want is tea, but whatever. Maybe she want tea. And he talking, and the lady still ain't brought the tea. And he just like, bitch, bring the tea. He ain't say bitch. But that's basically how he said it, okay? Now, she goes to take a shower, which really wouldn't be my main concern at this point. I mean, I'm all for good hygiene, but I done been attacked. And odd issues happening. He walked up in the damn jail cell. The cops let him come in. Baby, the last thing I want to do is take a shower. But maybe that's just me. But she takes a shower. And he sends her to the shower in his office. First of all, baby, they are affluent people. They are in this high rise. You mean to tell me you ain't got no guest bathroom? Of course they don't, because how else would Cherie get on her boss laptop in his office and go into his little computer and his schedule and type in Ethan and pop up girl after girl after girl after girl after girl after girl after girl that the boss done sent to him? The writer ain't know no other way for her to come to this conclusion. So we sent her to the shower in the office, child. I know they got a guest bathroom. But anyway, the wife walks in and warns her that he can smell you and says, I think you might need this. Hands her a tampon. And why the wife helping her? I don't know. Why the wife married to this man if she know that he keep sacrificing girls to this demon, werewolf, vampire, monster thing? Child, I don't know. And I keep calling him the vampire, monster, werewolf thing. Like, we don't know what he is. The way they kept cutting away whenever he would attack Cherie, they cut away when he revealed himself. So that's why I say, I'm going to presume they didn't want to show violence on a female. However, baby, why we ain't show Ethan true form? I don't know. They allude to him being a werewolf. They allude to him being a vampire. They allude to him being a demon from the depths and pits of hell. But baby child, we don't know what he is. We don't know what he is. Now, she ends up running out of the boss's apartment, running down the street. She goes to a corner store. She gets a box of tampons. And Ethan shows up. Y'all, the many chances that Ethan had to kill this girl, I have literally not seen such a helpless, inept female lead in the movie Child, I don't even know since when. When I tell you this woman ain't do a damn thing the whole movie. Nothing. It was just so, they would have convenient things happen to get her out of a situation with Ethan, or Ethan would just leave. He would just leave. Like, he could have literally killed her at any moment, but they tried to explain it to the audience like he playing with his food, child. But anyway, he pulls up outside the little corner store where she got her little tampons. Baby didn't even get a chance to put a damn tampons on, child. Poor little baby been bleeding the whole movie, trying to get tampons the whole movie. When she finally get a box, because she couldn't, put on the tampon the wife gave her because she had to run out when the husband came in, when the boss came in. So he goes to attack her. They turn the camera away so we can't see the attack. The store owner comes out and tells him to leave her alone, but he controls men and sends the store owner back, on his way. And she turned around and run, child. She turned around and run. Now, more stupidity. She ends up, wait a minute, how did she, because there's a scene, no, that was when she called the first lady. She gets on the bus. She hops on the bus. I remember now. I told y'all, it's been a few weeks since I saw the movie. I'm trying to remember. But she hops on the bus, and quite a few people has helped her because she obviously looks like she's been attacked. She got in the cab after the police station to get to the boss, and she told the cab driver, I'm sorry, I ain't got no money. She got a big old gas on her forehead. She bleeding. But the cops ain't know she was attacked, but whatever. And he tells her, it's fine. He'll help her out. Even though she ain't got no money, he drives her there. Now she gets on a bus, obviously attacked, and the bus driver helps her out and says, do you want me to call the police? She says, no, can I just use your phone? And she calls up her ex-boyfriend, the father of her child, and this was so mother freaking stupid. You got this man who pops up out of nowhere, who 2 people done told you he can smell you, attacking you. She gets in the car with the ex-boyfriend, Trey, and don't tell him nothing about nothing. What happened to you? Why you acting so shook? Nothing, Trey. Just drive. Why wouldn't I say, nigga, I've been attacked? He on my scent. He after me. We got to get the hell out of Dodge City. They literally have an argument about him hooking up with her best friend. Who gives a fuck about you hooking up with my best friend? Nigga, we need to just run for my life. It was so stupid. I was so annoyed. Like, is it just me? But if I'm in a life or death situation, I don't care about arguing about little petty stupid stuff. I'm trying to live. Especially because I done ran into somebody who was doing some odd, like unnatural, supernatural stuff. But no, child. They in the car arguing. All of a sudden, he slams on the brakes. Something crosses, the street, and he got to slam on his brakes. So he's like, what was that? And he go to get out. Don't get out the car. Will you tell me why you acting so nervous? Nothing. We got to just go. I was so annoyed. Like, God, if you don't why do you keep saying nothing? Why do you keep saying nothing? So he get out the car. And she keep yelling for him to get in the car. He like, I ain't getting in the car till you tell me what's going on. And honestly, from my standpoint, he not being an idiot. You acting crazy. You acting shook. You acting nervous. Looking over your shoulder. Yelling at me not to get out the car. Yelling at me to hurry up and get in the car. I would be there too. Like, girl, like, what is wrong? Because, like, what would I think be going on? Would I think some supernatural monsters after you? No. It was just so annoying. But she yells like she frustrated. I was attacked. Just get in the car. Girl, why you ain't say that in the first place? Oh, Jesus. I really feel like when the writer and directing them and the people who edit the movie and, like the studio head, when they is sitting there running through the movie, nobody be feeling like, you know what? That kind of don't make no sense. You know what? That kind of ain't realistic. Like, nobody be thinking when they watch this, like, do they watch this stuff back as they do, and maybe even as they film it? Like, they'll be like, you know what? It don't really make no sense to that she's so mad at him and don't want to tell him what's going on. Because she was acting frustrated that he went and just drive as if he supposed to just know what's going on. But you refuse to tell him what's going on. Whatever, child. Whatever, child. I was so annoyed with this movie. I was so annoyed. It didn't make no freaking sense. Now, so we get to his house where he lives at with the ex-best friend, new girlfriend. And the girlfriend come busting up out the door because he came in like trying to give her the heads up, and she just kind of like, obviously they done fell out, child. But she look at the girl, who again obviously looked like she been attacked, and every rando person she run into feel like the girl been attacked, but the cops ain't know the girl was attacked. But whatever. So I really want to just go through like a undercover agent and just go join the police academy. I want to know what go on in there, because look, child, it's just so stupid. But anyway, she going to the friend's house, and another reason I don't like this movie is because it's like a very odd mix of different styles, right? This scene when she get in the house and the way the friends are, y'all. I'm trying to think of an appropriate like way to describe them, because I don't want to say how I would say it, you know. Like, it's a way I would describe them, you know, to like other black folk, but I don't know if I really want to say it publicly. But y'all, it was a mess. It was a mess. It was a mess. Now, soon as she get in the house, they just like, oh, girl, what happened to you? Somebody done messed you up. You look terrible. And she like, is this yours? And she picks up perfume and she sprays it on herself. And then like, the last thing you need to be worried about, girl, is how you smell, because you look terrible. So she goes upstairs, she takes a shower, whatever the hell, child. And it's a young boy upstairs who reads tarot cards, and she want to know her future. But all this is just so whatever the hell, y'all. Move the hell on. She tells Trey to go get her some tampons from the store, child, because baby still ain't got no tampons. That is, when I said that the running little thread in the movie is this girl, period, I was not lying. I was not lying. That is all we focus on for the whole movie. We never let up. Her blood, menstrual blood, her period, and her knee and tampons, child. And the whole freaking, hour and a half movie, baby don't get no tampons. So Trey leaves. All of a sudden, it's a knock at the door. Of course, it's Ethan, because he finds her everywhere, because he can smell her. So the friends go to the door. You know what I'm saying? They just all gangster. They got machetes and guns, and they say, nah, Chica, hang back. We got this. Because they Hispanic. That's why I said Chica. So they say, when I tell y'all, who wrote this movie? Oh, I love effing up one of the Proud Boys. Are you kidding me? Yo, the writer literally just got every hot trending topic from Twitter and made sure to drop it in the movie. Literally. Oh yeah, I love to F up one of the Proud Boys. Okay, child. Whatever. This movie is, child, I can't. So, you know, we got our machetes. We at the door. And of course, Sharia's like, don't let him in. No, girl, let me do this for you. Tell them to take the boy upstairs. And y'all, while Ethan slaughtering all the friends in the living room, what y'all think Cherie doing? Is she A, getting the hell out of Dodge City, running through the back door? Is she B, trying to get a weapon? Or is she C, laying her ass in the bathtub? What y'all think? C for 100, Alex. She laying her ass in the bathtub. Baby, I'm at least gonna run out the back door. Isn't that kind of like your opportunity to run in scenarios like this? When someone else is being attacked, that's like your chance to run. We have even had movies where people be low down and like push you in the way of the attack so they can, baby, that is when you get away. You don't lay in the bathtub. I can't. Now, oh yeah, I think I started a thought and didn't finish it. The different styles of the movie. Now, it is listed as a straight horror thriller, but they like do these things that are different styles. For one, like I said, we broke the fourth wall, and then we also did stuff that had like a B movie vibe. For example, a running theme throughout the movie is whenever there was a certain situation, when Ethan was finna attack, they would pop up "run" in big red letters with this music in the back. Look, it could have worked. It really could have. But the movie ain't know what kind of movie it wanted to be. It ain't fit the movie that we were looking at. Like, why y'all threw that word up on the screen over and over again with the little cheesy music to it? I don't know, baby. Certain stuff felt like there were moments when the movie wasn't taking itself seriously. Felt B-movie, felt comedic, but then it was moments where it's supposed to be serious, and we had like this feminist woke message. I don't know what we was trying to do, child. I don't know if the filmmakers knew what they were trying to do. Now, also keeping Ethan's identity like ambiguous, because we don't see when he attacks the friends. Like I said, I will say that, okay, maybe they didn't want to show violence against women, but some of them friends was men. Y'all can't show us nothing that happens. And when Ethan transforms, they don't show us. They literally move the camera away when he transforms into his true self. Like, what are we going for with this movie? Like, what are we doing? I didn't get it. Nah, he slaughters the Gangsta Boo friends, and him and Cherie start slow dancing in the living room, and it was a real fly song. But that's something else that was odd. The song choices in the movie. Okay, whatever. Now, it's just a lot of scenes in this movie that I really just can't take seriously. Like, I really can't. So, and then at the end of the movie, I want to know what happened to the kid that was in the bathtub with her. I guess he was just left in the bathtub. I don't know, y'all. At least he ain't died, y'all. But the movie is a mess. If you can't tell, the movie is a mess. Yeah. Now, what I didn't get about the run on the screen, because I feel like maybe I'm just not smart enough to get some of the stuff that they, the audience supposed to get. The word kept popping up, "run," in red. But then at the very, very end of the movie, it pops up, "run," in green. Now, I don't know what that supposed to mean. I missed it. Now, obviously, I know red, typically means stop, and green typically means go, but I ain't get it. I don't know why the word was red the whole movie, and then at the very end, the word was green. I don't know. I just feel like I wish I knew what the movie was going for. Was it supposed to be camp? Was it supposed to be edgy? Was it supposed to be horror? Was it like, I don't know what it was trying to be, child. I feel like they couldn't decide. And of course, there are movies that blend different styles and it works. But this just felt like a mess and it just felt all over the place. And the dialogue, oh my God, y'all, the dialogue was terrible. Like, it was literally cringeworthy at parts. Oh, am I back live? Here we go. Child, I'm in the middle of talking to myself. Okay, sorry guys. Sorry. We're back. Where the hell was I? Now let me try and figure out where the hell I left off at. What was I saying, child? Okay. I think I left off where Ethan had just attacked her in the house after killing her gangsta boo friends. And yeah, I think that's where I left off at. So she ends up getting away, and I cannot precisely remember how she got away in this scenario, but trust me, throughout the movie, she just gets away. He just kind of lets her go, or something conveniently happens that gives her a chance to run. Oh, I remember how she got away, y'all. She literally never like fights or does anything to get away. Things just happen and she just gets to get away. So they in there slow dancing. I remember now. They're in there slow dancing. And Trey comes back from the store. Remember, he went to go get her tampons. And as he comes back, Cherie and Ethan walking out the door. We on the porch. So Trey walks up, and Ethan, this is the first attack that we get to see. He bites Trey's head off, child. And he says to the audience, I mean, he could be saying it to Cherie, but it feel like he's saying to the audience, is this really a surprise? Whatever, child. And this was her moment to run. That's how she got away from this situation. Like I said, she just gets away. It's so just, she don't do nothing to get away. Baby should have been dead, but child, she gets away. So she ends up running, what do you call those things over the highway? Is it a crosswalk? But she's up there, and y'all know what that thing was called in what was that movie with Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise, where Tom Cruise was like an assassin and Jada Pinkett was in there? Anyway, it's a scene where Jamie Foxx tosses his briefcase off the highway. They on one of them things. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called a crosswalk, child. But that's what the thing is. But overpass? Might be an overpass. Whatever. She's running up there. She sees Ethan, and he gets hit by a car. And baby takes her hand, puts it down her pants, pulls out her tampon, and tosses her blood. So he can go after that scent, which still don't make sense, because baby, ain't you still bleeding? It ain't like you, collateral, thank you, that's what it's called. It ain't like you are like putting something somewhere and it ain't on you. Baby, you still bleeding. And you just pulled out your tampon, so you finna be bleeding all over yourself. Whatever. Now, she gets to a church, right? And she runs into the church. It's a priest in the church, and she's like, give me a cross and holy water. And the priest is like, wow, what do you need it for? And I'm saying, like, baby, you can't just give folks a cross and some holy water. Like, you gotta ask questions. At this point, I'm thinking he's just a priest. But then it becomes very obvious that this priest ain't the priest. He, you know, this ain't really the priest, because he is saying things to her that's odd, like, there's no one here but me and you, and like just different stuff like that he's saying to her, that it's like, child, baby, and she just oblivious. She's like, no, she's saying stuff. I can't remember verbatim. So finally she realizes this is Ethan, and we see the real priest laying on the ground with blood coming out, and he attacks her, and again, baby just conveniently can get away, because he ends up saying something to her about, again, we get the commentary of men wanting him around to get rid of women like her and to do this work. And he says something about them believing in him, and she says, well, I don't believe in you. And he transforms to his true, self, They don't show the audience though. Yet again, it's now he says, "Do you believe me now? Or do you believe in me now?" And he goes to like yoke up by her neck, attack her, and the real priest suddenly gets up and stabs him. And he turns around to, kill the priest. And before he kills the priest, the priest tells the girl, run through there. It's like a little secret way out. But y'all, why she end up in some underground club? Why is there a club under the church? Like, am I tripping? Why is there a club under the church? But whatever, child. Now, the most incapable lead in a horror movie, maybe ever, child, go down there and tries to be capable. She has this big gash on her forehead that's bleeding. She cleans it with bleach. And she takes this scarf, she ties it up on her forehead. None of this still don't make no sense. For you to put bleach in your wound because you don't want him to smell your blood when you just took your tampon out and threw it, and baby, you bleeding with a heavy period. So the gash on your forehead is the last thing you should be worried about. But she's in this club and she grabs a girl's cell phone to use because, again, remember I kept telling y'all about the first lady and how she saw the paper. Again, she sees a paper that says, call the first lady with the phone number on it, whatever. The papers are just all over the damn city, child. And she gets a girl's cell phone as she swipes. And she's able to use the cell phone. No PIN code needed. No facial recognition needed. No fingerprint needed. Okay. That ain't make no sense, but child, it's too much that don't make sense that whatever. When it comes to that, whatever. And you know what? Another thought on her getting away at the house and with the priest in the church. She gets away. And for a movie that has this like feminist agenda, she gets away. And it's never believable or exciting. She's not smart or thinking up, strategies throughout the movie. She's not fighting. Like, she is so inept. Like, she's the most incapable lead in the horror that I have seen. Like, she's not problem solving in the slightest. But the movie just keeps hitting home this feminist agenda. What am I like? But she's not doing nothing. But anyway, now what also makes her just getting away, the fact that it's not exciting, it also doesn't create any type of tension for the cat and mouse chase that they're trying to set up in the movie. It's like no tension and no suspense because she literal just gets away. He could have killed this girl so easy multiple times in the movie. So easy. I don't even know realistically when he, bite the guy head off or he go to kill the priest, she still should have been able to really run nowhere. But whatever, child. It got repetitive very quick. Him finding her, going to attack her, and she just getting away. It got very repetitive. It was not exciting. There was no tension. She was so inept. Like, whatever. And at least, when, like, obviously, you have inept, women in horror situations. But normally it's somebody problem solving, which is why she gets away. It's somebody who sacrifices themselves, which is why she gets away. The fact that in this scenario, in this movie, she literal just baby, why you ain't kill her in the prison cell? Baby, why you ain't kill her outside the corner store? Baby, why you ain't kill her when she was in the car on the road with Trey? Because I know you was there. Why you ain't kill her when she was at the boss's apartment? I know you been smelling her through the whole city. Why you ain't kill her when she was at the Gangsta Boo friend's house? Why you ain't kill her in the church? Why you ain't kill her in that little club? Baby, he was there when the priest told her to go through the little passageway to get to the club. But whatever. Now, for a feminist agenda, the woman ain't make one smart decision the whole movie. But whatever. But you know what? I don't expect the lead character to do anything but make absurd decisions, because all the filmmaker and writer does is make absurd decisions. So I can't expect them to write a character that's making smart decisions when they can't even make smart decisions in real life. But whatever. So she gets in the club and she runs into creep men, because men are creeps and you're gonna always just run into creep men. They everywhere. Everywhere you turn, it's just creep men. She put on this like army outfit, you know, she kind of like ripped it up, did like this whole ensemble. She got a little tie on, and the creep man comes up to her and is like, why you wearing an army uniform? I ain't see you when I was in Afghanistan. Take it off or I will. Baby, who are they? Why are they? Whatever. Like I said, men are evil. Women are victims. That's the movie. So, random girl comes over and it's like, hey, there you are. My brother's outside waiting for us. You know, coming to, she don't know the girl. She just coming to try and help because she see the creep men going after our lead. Y'all, I ain't cringed so much in my life. Wait, no, I'm lying. Because I just saw Love is Blind and that was a lot of cringing. But all the cringing I did in this movie was insane. She gets in the car with these women. And remember that terrible dialogue I was talking about? We get lines like, we need the female brain. It's the year of the woman. Look, child. Look, child. They turn up terrible music, and Sharia's just in the car talking about, they telling her, let's go surfing, and we putting our hands up to the terrible music, as if a psycho supernatural keep finding me all over the city ass man ain't after her, as if everybody she come into contact with on this night don't freaking die. We just riding in the car with the music turned up, child. Cause it's the year of the woman. And we need the female brain. Child, get the hell, y'all. Look, whatever. And I forgot to say that cell phone that she was able to use with no passcode, fingerprint, facial recognition, or nothing, she finally called the first lady. And she's heading to a spa, because that's where the first lady is at. So, we're riding in the car, and we're yelling about it's the year of the woman. And we're listening to terrible music. And suddenly one of the women say, what is that on your forehead? You're bleeding. And suddenly Cherie remembers, oh shit, I got a supernatural demon, monster, werewolf, vampire man after me. And boom. The car gets knocked the hell over. And it ain't the year of the woman no more. Because we got 3 female brains that are dead now. Because of Cherie. Look, child. This was just so stupid. So Ethan is here. And Cherie is on the ground. And she's crawling backwards. And he gives another speech. I can't hardly remember. But just know it was terrible dialogue. But the actor is good. He's good. But the writer ain't. And all of a sudden, because Cherie just keeps being able to conveniently get away. And the female brain that we need don't problem solve. She don't do a damn thing to get away. Y'all remember on that date when Ethan told that dog to get the fuck away from him? I guess that mutt went and ran his mouth and told all the other dogs about Ethan and how he was being speciesist against dogs. So now all the dogs is on the lookout. And a dog suddenly appears in the middle of the roadway, out of nowhere, and scares po Ethan away. Because the zombie, demon, vampire, werewolf, supernatural person is scared of dogs. They don't ever tell us why. Because like in The Mummy, when the mummy was scared of the cats, they gave us a reason. It was plausible. It made sense. But no, I guess Ethan just got like a fur allergy or something. I don't know. But if he's so scared of dogs, I would have spent the whole night at a shelter. I would have laid up with some dogs, baby. I would have. So nobody else ain't got to die, because everybody but Cherie keep dying, even though she don't do nothing not to die. She don't die, but everybody else die. He could kill everybody else with the snap of a motherfucking finger, because he took Trey's head off in like a millisecond. But Cherie keep living. She keep living. So the dog scares him off. Y'all. The dog is kryptonite. We don't know why. We don't know why. That dog would have stayed with me for the rest of the damn movie. I would have been like... But, you know, that female brain they said we need, they're not putting it on display in a good way, child. Because she don't think. And ain't she a law student? Like, baby, you supposed to be smart. Anyway, when Ethan runs off, she covers the woman's body up. Remember those dead women who was yelling about it's the year of the woman and we need the female brain and let's turn up terrible music? Yeah, them women that died because Cherie was just in the car chilling. She covers them up. And she screams because I am woman, hear me roar. What the fuck was this? Y'all, this was so terrible. This was so terrible. And I kind of feel like the acting was so bad that the scream, I didn't even believe the scream. It was just, I don't know if it's because it was cheesy or because the acting was bad. But it was terrible. This was what the fuck is she screaming for? You ain't everybody else dead, baby. You alive. Why is you screaming? Them women dead. And one of the women was like going off to MIT or something. They was out celebrating. You still in law school, girl. That girl can't go to MIT now. Y'all, she screamed. Because she's on a journey throughout the movie. And now she's getting strong. I'm sorry. I can't with this lady. So she finally makes it to the first lady. And I actually like the lady who played the first lady. I like this actress. I don't know what the hell she doing in this movie, child. I don't know what the hell she doing in this movie, child, but she here. And we get more terrible dialogue. We get things like, did you really think Eve came from Adam's rib? Try the other way around. The agenda of the movie is so clear. And I'm not saying I'm against the agenda. But baby, the way they presenting it is terrible as hell. Terrible. I'd rather watch One of them little no-name, really dumb, like horror movies that be on Tubi that you ain't never even heard of. And it looked like little film students who can't act is in them. I don't know. This movie was so stupid, annoying. Y'all, I couldn't. Now we in the spa, and she goes through why Ethan can't smell her hair, child. Y'all, they got coal and incense, whatever the hell, killing the odor in the air. And then she takes a bath and she explains how the blood is going down the sewer all over the city. He gonna smell her all over the city, child. And they bathe in Sheree. Why baby couldn't bathe herself, I don't know. Now, we got women in the spa doing karate. Because the first lady is some type of angel or something. And been chasing Ethan for however the hell long, child. And says a line like, what do you think I've been doing all night? Babe, we don't know what the hell you been doing all night. You at the spa with 50 women doing karate. What the hell y'all ain't gonna get Ethan ass? So she tells Sheree that we need you because he after your blood. And she's sitting here like, nah, I came here for him. I'm hiding that. So, of course, the first lady brings up her daughter, which I don't know why Sheree done forgot about a damn daughter who Ethan has mentioned. And it's like, once who you think he gonna go after? So she agrees. And we get the final showdown. And Sheree gives us, where are you? Girl, you are not Jennifer Love Hewitt. She tried to have her, what do you want from me? I'm right here. She tried to have that moment, but it ain't moment. The moment ain't moment. Where are you? Now, he done smelled her ass across the whole damn city, the whole movie, with no problem. But for some reason, as she is dressed like the Karate Kid, again, she takes her hand and puts it in her underwear and pulls out her menstrual blood. Baby, he done smelled you just fine the whole damn movie. Why you had to do that, I don't know. And like I said, I am not that person that's disgusted by periods. I don't know how women could be, but some women are disgusted by periods. I'm not. But the way that was going on with this common thread throughout the whole movie of this woman and her, and I was sitting here thinking like, baby, did you get a tampon yet? She been looking for a tampon the whole motherfucking movie. But again, maybe the period is part of the social message. You know, because women have to, still live life and go through trials and have a murderer after you. And your period don't stop nothing. A period don't stop nothing but a sentence. Is that the social commentary? Is that the message we supposed to be getting? That her period, even though this madman is after her, and she got a heavy period, so you know what that means she cramping. You know that means she having hot flashes. You know that means her back hurt. But all women still have to get out into the world, even when they suffering on their period. Is that what we supposed to get? Y'all, we got the karate spa full of women. And baby, they don't do a damn thing. It's just Sheree here dressed like the Karate Kid. And Ethan comes and yokes her ass up and tells her no one wants me gone. They know that I keep girls like you in your place because men are creeps and women are victims. And that's what the movie is telling us. All the men work with the demon to keep women in their place. Whatever, child. Now, Sheree is up like Jesus on the cross, and her hands are stabbed into the wall. And she says, I want you to have me. I understand it's over. This is the dumbest reverse psychology I've never seen. He should have goddamn well not fell for this. But because the writer is as inept as our lead character, he falls for it. I want you to have me. I know it's over. I want you to have me. So Ethan takes her off the cross. And she is up there for all women's sins. And he lays on the ground. And even though we thought that the vampire demon monster was gonna kill her, he starts kissing her neck, chap. Now he said his agenda was killing women, keeping them in their place. What that got to do with kissing the girl neck, I don't know. But he starts kissing her neck. And it's a rock she has. And he's like, what do you think you're doing with this? And he tosses the rock. And it's by her feet. And he's kissing her. And her foot is trying to get the rock. And you can hear her foot kicking the rock. But he don't hear it. The demon monster vampire beast man who got all this agility and all these extra stuff that make him more than human can't hear her foot kicking a rock. I heard it. And my hearing ain't that good. Y'all, they set us up at the karate spa to see 50 women practicing karate. They set us up with the first lady who been hunting Ethan for years. And how y'all think they take Ethan out? Sheree throw a rock and let the sunlight in. And the demon monster vampire gets taken out by the sunlight. But not before Sheree gets to give the all-empowered speech. Your nights of hunting women are over. I ain't seen a movie so cheesy since I was a kid and I used to watch the Power Rangers. Your nights of hunting women are over. Y'all, I couldn't. So he don't just burst to flames like a vampire, because he ain't a vampire. He a demon werewolf vampire thing. So he just hurt and he crawling on the ground. And as he crawling outside in the sun that's hurting him, he's leaving this black trail. And as Sheree gives her speech, she says, I brought an old friend of yours. And we see the first lady. And she takes a lighter. And Ethan's like, no! And she drops the lighter on the black stuff that was trailing behind him and lights him on fire. Yup! What was them 50 women practicing karate for? Ain't nobody karate chop that nigga. Why was they doing karate? Why was Sheree dressed up like the Karate Kid? She ain't do nothing but throw the motherfucking rock. I can't. So let me get this straight. Ethan bit somebody's head off like a werewolf. The holy water and the church ain't hurt him. The sunlight hurt him but don't kill him. But we set him on fire and he died. Whatever the hell, child. Whatever the hell. Ethan was on some mission to rid the world of women who not subservient. And then it was a running theme, I forgot to say, about the word sweetheart. There's moments when a man would say sweetheart to her. And when Ethan said sweetheart to her, she was, what did you say? And you know how you repeat yourself but you say something different? Y'all, what am I missing? Now, look, I studied in the class of Kimberly Foster feminism. I be at every lesson. What am I missing about the word sweetheart? Is that a trigger word? I don't know nothing about that word being like negative, but it was like something in the movie about calling a woman sweetheart. I don't know. I didn't get it. Now, I am all for feminism, female empowerment, but this movie was terrible. And the message was too, like, it just beat you over the head with its message. And I kind of feel like they kind of make a mockery of female empowerment because the lead character is an idiot. I'm sorry, but she is. She should be dead, child. It just felt like a over-exaggerated, unrealistic depiction of female empowerment and female victimhood. It felt like men are evil, women are victims. And that's just how it went. Y'all. This movie was terrible. I really got no redeeming factors. The lead character hair was nice. And remember, I was talking about them throwing Ron on the screen. What didn't I get? What am I not smart enough to get? Ron was on the screen in red the whole movie. Then at the end, when we get Ethan, Ron pops up in green. What that mean? What am I not smart enough to get? I'm not understanding. Why did we dress Sheree up in like the Karate Kid for her not to do karate? Why didn't she just stay at the dog kennel all night since he was so scared of dogs? Y'all, I can't. I gotta say, this was literally one of the worst movies from this year. Literally one of the worst. Was Ethan a werewolf, vampire, demon from the pits of hell? I guess it don't matter, because I guess he just represents evil men. So I guess it don't matter. Look. And I kind of feel like we ain't really rid the world of the evil, because what about her boss and all the other men that is in on this with him? That thing in the boss's computer, he done gave up tons of women to this guy to die. He just get away? Because at the end of the movie, she just go home bloody and you know, dirty and pick up her baby. What happened to the boss? Who set you up, child? We needed to kill her boss. I was literally cringing from beginning to end. I literally cut the movie off at the scene at the police station because I was like, child, I can't. But I ended up finishing it. But y'all, this movie was terrible. This movie was terrible. It was cringy. The dialogue was horrible. And I guess our lead character had some type of progression. I guess she grew and got strong in the end and defeated him. Whatever the hell, child. Again, she just conveniently wins and gets away. Just like she did the whole movie. It ain't no way he ain't hear her foot getting that rock. And if the sun hurts him that bad, all this supposed to be wrapped up before sunrise. The first lady even says to her, you're the only woman to make it this close to sunrise. Why? Why? She ain't do nothing special to make it. But also, earlier in the night, when he was trying to get her to stay for a nightcap, he had an alarm set in his phone for sunrise. Why that alarm ain't go off before sunrise? Like, how did the sun surprise him? Y'all, whatever the hell. Whatever the hell. It don't matter. It ain't matter to the movie makers, child. Oh, I said it was no redeeming qualities. It was the actor that played Ethan. I like him in everything I see him in. No matter how terrible the movie, child. He is a good actor. He's that good of an actor that he at least will be the shining moment in the movie. I feel like I maybe could have enjoyed this movie a lot more if it was marketed as a comedy thriller, comedy horror thriller, because that would have made a lot more sense. This kind of felt like a parody in moments, but let's see. A lot of people died because of her. Yes! Yes! A lot of... Everybody died because of her. Everybody that she came into contact with died. Everybody died but her child. Oh, her boss's wife was Walt's sister-in-law. I gotta go back and see that because I did not peep that in the slightest. Run, Sweetheart, Run, which I just talked about. I'm gonna say that's a 3. I'm gonna say Run, Sweetheart, Run is a 3 out of 10. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. A 3 is fair. Not fair as far as the rating scale, but how much I hated that movie, I'm being nice. That's what I mean when I say that's fair. I'm being nice, giving Run, Sweetheart, Run a 3. Because I kind of want to say a 2 or a 2.5, but I'm going to say a 3. Because, and the reason why I'm going to say a 3 is, as terrible as that movie was, one thing that I will give Run, Sweetheart, Run is it had a really great pace. Like, we got to it and the movie never lets up. Like, we was in it. So, it has that going for it. So, yeah, I'm going to say at least a 3. I won't give it lower than a 3. Because it didn't drag. It didn't have moments like, you know, The Rental where we weren't in the action. For Run, Sweetheart, Run, it did really well with the pace. And we got in the action and we stayed there for the duration of the movie, child.